All right, coffee in hand. Let's go. It's been 2 weeks since I released my video, I Need Your Help. That video got a lot of views very, very fast. It's over 15,000 likes and over 5,500 comments on that video. So the video was about me reflecting a little bit about my YouTube channel and what it has become after 15 years. I mean, I've been doing this for over 15 years, man. I usually sit down and reflect a lot over what has to happen to my channel throughout the years. But this is one of those few occasions where I brought you guys in on it, asking for your opinion, basically. So I sort of half promised that I would get back to you in regards of my plans, in regards to my channel, and also to read a bunch of your comments, because I think this is very important. So basically I was asking what you guys wanted from my channel, or what you liked from my channel. So the responses, and I'm going from most popular right now. So this top comment, I always like the Will It Chug video, seems to be a very popular video series of mine. The Will It Chug series is a good one because it was one of those, I would call them my most successful series. It's just such a simple project, you have a piece of gear, can it make this jung 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 chug? And and what do I need to do to make it chug? It's such a simple idea, but it worked really well. So the Will It Chug series has been probably my most successful video series in that sense. And it seems like a lot of people appreciate that series. So, second comment, Ola Learns Rig of the Week. Artist and band tone videos have long been my favorite video of yours. And this is also something that I haven't necessarily stopped doing. It's just that I haven't made as many of them. And I think the Ola Learns, I had Ola Learns this past week and with the Children of Bodom song. It seems like a lot of people appreciate those type of videos where, I just try and learn something from scratch. And see my struggles. I think that's what it's all about. I think that people want to see me struggle, and that's definitely something I'm doing when I'm trying to learn a Children of Bodom song. Rig of the Week, I have that in the pipeline. With the artist and band tone videos, I'll try and make something more happening, but I've sort of covered my favorite artists already, so maybe I have to venture outside a little bit or revisit maybe some of these artist and tone videos that from artists that I really appreciate. So yeah, I mean, both these top two comments make absolute sense. It's not something I was planning to get rid of or anything. I just got to make more of them. The third comment is, hi Ola, I would love to see some Ola teaches video series like how to approach riff writing, which order to record stuff, how to set up the software for recording, and so on and so forth. And this is a thing where, even though this is something I could do, I feel that there's so many tutorials out there already where people that are way better in the segment than I am to teach. I don't really see myself as a teacher in that sense, but I am definitely going to do something. I understand that you guys want to know how I record and how, what is my approach to riff writing. So, I guess I'll have to do something like that. I have a couple of videos on this, but they were recorded long time ago. And maybe it's time for an update on this as well. So that's definitely something that I wasn't thinking necessarily about, but something I will take to heart for sure. I would say that probably 99% of all these comments on this video right here is insanely positive and very uplifting for me, I must say. But I mean, this is my platform, and I found a thread on Rig Talk, which is a forum I actually frequently go to here and there, and there's a thread there with actual response, from people that might not necessarily be, followers. It's more like, okay, that's from an outside perspective. I also want to hear those thoughts as well. So, first comment here. I like Ola as he seems genuine, but here he is whining about why his views are down on YouTube. I think you find it interesting. And 6 minutes is a long time for me. What should Ola do to spice up his channel? That's great. He needs to start wearing skirts. Just a matter of time before the boy is peddling his wares on OnlyFans, dude. Yes, let's go. I really like Ola, even though most of his tones aren't my jam. He seems genuinely a nice dude in all his Rig Talk interactions. To spice up his channel, I have no ideas at all. Guitar YouTube is exhausting unless you're a rich hobbyist who works in IT or something. Okay. I like his in-the-room tones, and it seems like he's doing nothing much demos of cool gear these days. Okay, so I have definitely scaled down on the amount of gear that I'm demoing because for once there's just so many gear YouTubers out there right now. It's definitely made me a little bit more flaccid in terms of demoing gear nowadays. I basically just want to demo gear that I think is interesting and that I want to demo. And I'm also not very interested in being part of marketing aspects of where YouTubers drop a video at the same time as everyone else. It's just it doesn't look good in my opinion. It depends on the gear, it depends on the company, and I'm not doing sponsored videos in that sense. I'm not taking money to do demos. So I'm trying to do other shit that brings me income, basically, because at the end of the day, this is my job. I have to, bring in an income. Short week with Ola. Well, it's short. That's actually a great fucking yes. He should try to reduce his accent. At times, it's hard to understand what he's saying. He would need to abandon his first language for a bit before said, oh shit, okay. If he would quit with the third grade fart jokes, that's the reason I stopped watching his channel. It used to be legit. And fuck, maybe he has. It got directed to a lower IQ market and I quit watching years ago. So here's definitely one of those comments where, I need to listen. So, I have gotten comments about the farts, for instance, and the burps and all that shit. And I did a lot of that a couple of years back, and it's definitely less now. But, sometimes I fucking burp. And sometimes there's farting. That's just how it is. I started watching him ages ago, the fart noise and burping on camera during the gear review. All is great at what he does, but he needs to think about comparisons. He could travel to interview some of the famous Swede modders or take us to the Englund factory. Dude's got immense pull in the music around. Why is it limited to own Hammer's IR? Okay. I mean, I don't think I've ever talked about own Hammer IR, but this is what people, this is the general perception of people, so I guess it's sort of true. Wearing a Gibson hat could improve his views. Yes. So I think maybe the reason why my channel is sort of half popular is that, I've had a lot of different segments and, different people cling on to different type of segments. I mean, not everyone in my audience is a guitar player, for instance. So maybe they enjoy the interviews more or the vlogging aspect more. And then there's the people that are just completely into guitar gear. They just want to see the Ola testing shit and the Will It Chug videos. And I think that I can't get rid of any of them. I kind of locked myself in to this, and that's what it's all about, running a YouTube channel. You basically create your audience. In some way, I've kind of painted myself into a corner by doing so many different things. I also think that's the answer to my question, is that I still have to continue to do a lot of different things, but I also have to renew myself in that way, in sense, or renew my energy, I would say. I don't want things to get stale. A lot of people are really enjoying my vlogs, for instance, where, I go out and play with the Haunted, or I go do travel and shit like that. The problem with like an Adventures with Ola and a Sunday with Ola, for instance, is that after a while, people kind of expect that you're traveling every week. It's really tough to fill in the Adventures with Ola with really, really exciting stuff, like being out on tour, for instance. I'm not constantly out on tour. I'm not traveling every week. So when I'm at home, for instance, doing absolutely nothing at the office as an Adventures with Ola, people are like, well, I like the previous Adventures with Ola more because that was, you were on tour. That was way cooler. I understand the problem, but at the same time, I'm not out touring all the time. I'm not out traveling all the time. I'm not doing exciting stuff all the time. I have to be home here and work as well. So that balance between, vlogs and my regular content is a little bit tough. And now as I'm reading this, I think maybe something I've lost is just the connection with the community a little bit. I definitely had that a couple of years back, but as I have more and more to do, that I have less time to actually read a lot of the comments and read the community and engage in the community as well. I mean, just doing the live streams, for instance, was really engaging with the community, and I stopped doing that when I had my herniated disc. So the live stream is definitely something I need to bring back in some way or form. And maybe not doing every Monday or a set time. I need to be able to do it impromptu, like when I see a window that I can go and live stream immediately and do some random stuff. The more I read about this, I see everyone liking different bits and pieces on my channel and also suggesting me to do some things. But I think at the end of the day, I think it's just me losing touch with the community, to be honest. And that's definitely something I need to improve on. I immediately, as I'm reading this, I'm feeling this right now. The solution to all of this is that there isn't a single simple solution. It's just that I need to rethink my whole situation and about revamping the whole channel and listen more to the community. I think that's what it's all about. I kind of knew that the community thing would be something I had to work more on or get back into more. But as I'm reading these comments, I feel like, okay, no, it's not a hunch. It's the fact, So I'm definitely gonna try and improve on this. And with that, I also want to say thank you to everyone who made a comment on my YouTube video and also in this Rig Talk forum. It really shows the value of the community and why it's so important for me to engage more with it. Sometimes I just get so wrapped up in everything I'm doing and I forget about the community. So it's got to change, man. It's got to change. So yeah, that's my little video for you right there. Another video talking about nothing, basically. But I wanted to update, you guys on my YouTube channel at least with this information. This is definitely something I'm walking around thinking a lot about. And, I've done YouTube for more than 15 years. I changed too. Like, I've also progressed or digressed or regressed as a person. And, I think differently than I do 15 years ago. And obviously my priorities are different. These two videos have been, a really good journey for me. Very well needed, I must say. So, with that said, buy my fucking merch, allenglundshop.com. So, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.